Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, we'd like to thank our friends over at Engwe for sending us this bike and getting us to test it, review it, and document our experience with its review. They have sent us their flagship series. It is the X series. This one here is the X20. They have an X24 and an X26. It refers to the wheel size. I decided to go with the X20 because it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, and more portable, and I thought it would fit our lifestyle a little bit better. So we're going to see how practical it is to fold it up and take us with us. It's kind of, I guess, in between. It's not necessarily a really heavy bike, but it's certainly not a light bike. I actually chose to go with a heavier one because a lot of the places that we're going to be going are off-road or gravel roads. So this bike, being a little heavier, has 3-point suspension, so it's going to hopefully do well on the road. We're going to test that out and kind of see how it goes. So with that said, let's kind of get into it and open the box up. Let's see if we can get this opened up and see how it's packaged. Wow, these are some big tires. Check that out. I don't know what it comes out like on camera, but those are big tires. It's packaged really well. All right, there she is. Love the color of this shock. It's like a brass color or orange maybe. Not sure. I have to ask Amy what that color is. Very well packaged. All spots that are where they can get dinged up, they're covered very well. There you go, X20. Massive tire, guys. One of the things here, spokeless rim. Huge disc brakes, 180 millimeter disc brakes, hydraulic brakes on this bike. You're seeing a lot of bikes come with hydraulic brakes now, which is honestly necessary. This is a heavy bike. It goes up to 31 miles per hour. So you kind of want something that can stop it. Mechanical brakes, I don't know if they would be the best solution for a bike that heavy and that fast. All right, so here we have the charger. And it's their regular 2-amp charger that they sent us. So we'll see how long this charges. It does have 2 batteries on this bike, so you're going to have to charge both of them. I'm not sure how much they come charged, but what I'm going to do is I will charge it up fully, see how long it takes, and go from there. And we've got a tool kit that comes with this. I'm just going to show you the tools that's in here. I'm probably going to use my own, but this is what we've got in here. And I can actually feel the shocks already. Here's the stand. And here is where the stand goes. Oh man, I like the seat. Pretty big seat. Very nice, squishy. I will show you something that's interesting about this too. They fold up, so the pedals fold as well. They're not going to fold up on you when you run. You need to pull them in and then snap them back up, and then they snap out pretty easily. You can see the handlebars actually fold down as well. All right, so we're going to put the tail light on, which it actually is a tail light. It comes on when you brake. Satisfying. All right, so right here we have a lock. It's kind of like a pin that goes down and locks the steel on. So you have to use your key, insert in here, turn it, and you kind of got to jiggle this, I think, a little bit, because the pin has to pop back up before you can open this. And this is kind of neat. Look at this over here. They actually have a little rubber piece here so that you won't mark your bike when you open it. That's ingenious. It's really neat. I can tell you this, like, it is very well built. The welds are all like perfect. I mean, it's beautiful looking. No marks or scratches. It was packaged really well. This is kind of ingenious as well. The battery acts as the seat post. So that is a pretty serious inseam right there. It also has another reflector behind right here along with the brake light, if you can check this out. Now with my itty bitty legs, they're going to be down more like this. Alright, so push and hold for 3 seconds. And it'll power right up. Very nice looking screen. You can see pedal assist, normal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got an odometer. It's got a speed here, speedometer, and then it's got up here percentage of your battery charge. And then this is very nice as well. Leather handlebar. And they're lock on, so they won't come out. And the width of the handlebars feel really good, because typically in an e-bike or a fold-up bike specifically, they're kind of really narrow together, and the fold-ups are light and they're kind of squirrely, you know, they move around too much. This feels very strong, very sturdy. These tires, I think, are going to add to the ride as well. So I'm looking forward to getting it on the road and kind of seeing how it's going to perform.
If you aren't familiar with Engwe e-bikes yet, let us introduce you. Engwe has been bringing their high-quality and affordable e-bikes to the market since 2014. They sell their bikes directly to the consumer via their website, cutting out the retail and distributor middlemen, which allows them to offer their bikes at pretty competitive prices. As Shane mentioned earlier, the X20 is part of their 2023 flagship X series that also includes the X24 and X26. Our first impression of this bike is that it's pretty substantial in size and feels solid underneath you. We found the sitting position to be comfortable and the ride to be smooth and easy. Engwe's attention to detail is evident as well. The aluminum alloy frame is beautifully welded, showcasing a stylish design. In short, this bike is a blast to ride, and it definitely turns heads. Is the Engwe X20 the best folding e-bike for you? If you're looking to buy one, we're going to tell you everything we know about why it's worth your time and money to find out. Remember, if you're interested in purchasing the X20, be sure to use our link in the description below.
I'm going to point out some of the features. We'll start off with the drivetrain here. First of all, it's got a 750 watt motor, and it says that it's a peak up to 1,000. But honestly, as I've been testing it and as I've been riding it, I've seen that it goes up to 1,200. So the X20 is supposed to peak out at 1,000. The X24 and the X26 is supposed to peak out at 1,200. But I don't know. It might be the same hub. I'm not really sure. I guess we'd have to ask Engwe about that. But lots of torque. It's 65 newtons, so it's torquey. I've got a couple hills that I'm going to go up over here, and I'll show you that. It's got a Shimano derailleur here. It also has a guard around it, so you don't click it, hit it. You can see it's got shocks, shock in the middle, and it's got front shocks up here. So it's got 3 suspension points here, and the bike rides really smooth. It's got a really nice saddle here. It makes it quite easy to get some distance on it, because just because the bike can go 65 miles, if your butt can't go 65 miles, you're not going to make it. But I have been riding this and it's really comfortable, no problem at all. So it's got 8 different gears here, you can see. Also, we've got, which is pretty neat, folding pedals for a folding bike. But right here, it's got a push button here that you push forward, flip this back, the bike folds in half. So it can be stored anywhere that you want to take it. Although I would say this, that it's pretty heavy. You're not going to take this bike folded up and lift this bike up 5 flights of stairs. It's pretty heavy. But when you get back home or when you get to where you're going and you want to fold it up and put it away so it's packaged nice and small, it'll do that. The handlebars here also, flip up this button, push it down. The handlebars will then bend back down so you can fold it up really nice and neat here. The front suspension's got a lockout on it, and on the other side it's got dampening, so you can set it to whatever resistance that you want. It also has a headlight on here, and I'll show you when I get to the cockpit controls that it comes on automatically, or you can set it to not come on automatically. You can turn it on and turn it off as you wish. It's got 20-inch tires, 4-inch wide, so these are big. They're great for going through like loose sand, gravel, going through grass, different things like that. Spokeless, so it adds a little weight to the bike, but it's going to be better for maintenance. Also right here, you can see that it's got 180 millimeter disc brakes. These brakes are hydraulic, and I mentioned that the bike is heavy. The bike is about 90 pounds, and then with me on top of it, another 200 pounds, and you're going 31 miles an hour. It's going to take considerable force to stop it. So they've got really good brakes. A lot of the bikes out there that you're seeing now are coming with hydraulic, but there's a lot of brakes out there that still have mechanical disc brakes, and that's fine for a typical bike, but like an e-bike, I think you probably would want to look that up and make sure that you have hydraulic disc brakes on there. It's got an adjustment here to adjust the height of the handlebars, and it's got an adjustment here to adjust the seat. I am 5'9", I'm 5'10" if I hold my breath and stretch as far as I can, but I'm 5'9", and it's right on the minimum amount of the seat that you can get on there. Also, it's got two batteries. It's got a battery here in the seat post, which is kind of neat. It hides it. You can't really see that there's a battery there. And then it's got another battery over here in the frame that you fold out. You can take that battery out. You can charge both of the batteries while it's unfolded like this. You can just plug it in, or you can take both of the batteries out, take the batteries into your house, and charge them that way as well. The battery up here, it's a 48 volt, 7 amp hour, 7 point something. I'll look that up and put it on the screen. And then there's a 48 volt, 14.4 I think, but it's 14 amp hours in here. So you're going to get considerable distance out of this bike. I've been riding it around for a while. I think I did 15 miles on it the other day. I didn't have my camera set up properly, and I just wanted to test it. Didn't charge after that, and it's still got 91% battery left. So considerable distance on there. The other thing that I didn't say back here, the kickstand that's on here, it's a pretty beefy kickstand. And like I said, the bike is heavy. I know I keep saying the bike's heavy, but I don't know what it looks like here, but it's a beefy bike. I love riding it. And I was worried initially about the weight of it. I was like, is it going to be too heavy? But it's really good when you're riding it. Then up here it's got lock-on handle grips, so it doesn't move. They're leather or faux leather, but they're really nice. It's got your throttle right here. Down below that's got a horn. You know what? I'm going to turn it on so you can hear the horn. So it's got a horn. I don't know if the people are going to know what that is when it's coming behind them, but it's loud enough to let them know you're coming, and they'll look back. Then here are your hydraulic brakes. It's got trigger shifters right here for switching your Shimano gears right here. Also on here, it has a back seat, but you can take this seat off and you can put cargo on there, or you can keep the seat on and put a backpack right on top of here, no big deal. It also has on the back light, there's two of them. There's one right here, if you can see it, that's down, and there's one right here. These are actually brake lights, so when you pull the brake light, it does light up. So here's the screen. You can see that it has 90% because I've ridden it for 15 miles. I like to keep it on. You've got speed here. You've got your pedal assist mode right here. And this is the way I like to keep it, to show how much power is going into the motor. But by pressing I, it'll toggle through. So you've got your trip time. So it took me 57 minutes the last time that I was out. Max speed was 30.4 miles per hour. My average speed was 12.7 miles per hour. Total distance, I went 15 miles. Trip distance, 12.2 miles, my last trip, I guess. And this is how I like to keep it. I like to keep it on power mode so I can kind of see. And then if you want to switch through your modes, you push and hold the I. Now it's in sport mode, and now it's in eco mode. One thing I would tell you is when you go to sport mode, it's got a 3-minute timer. So the sport mode gives you a little bit more power, like your max speed is 31, but you've got 3 minutes on there. And then you've got, I think, a 10-minute timeout. What you can do is turn the bike off, turn the bike back on, you can start your timer again. But I generally will keep it in normal mode. Here's the one thing that I found too, when I'm looking at testing or telling somebody, I want to kind of tell somebody how I think I would use it. And what I feel like on here is pedal assist 4 with it in about gear 6, manual gear 6. That gives me a decent cadence and I'm going about 20 miles an hour. It feels very comfortable kind of riding on the road or whatever. On a trail, I'm going to take you out here, go around this trail, kind of see what we can expect, but I expect that's kind of where I would want to be, about 20 miles an hour and very comfortable cadence. You're not really pushing hard and it's not ghost pedaling. So that's it. Let's just take it out for a little ride around here and we'll kind of see what it's got. All right, this is what we've been waiting for. Let's get started and kind of see what this thing does. Looks good. All right, so the first little test we're going to do here is we have searched far and wide to find a hill in Louisiana. There's not many hills in Louisiana, but it's got a really nice little grade here, and we are going to try and go up these hills in various ways. I'm going to go to pedal assist 5 so that we can put the maximum amount of power in here. So we're going to take off up the hill. Let's just do pedal assist 5 and throttle only first, kind of see where we are. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start out at the bottom of the hill here. It's on pedal assist 5 and I'm going to do just throttle only, see if it can make it up that hill. I don't know what that grade on that hill is, but that's got to be 40 degrees. You think, Amy? Maybe even 45 degrees. There you go. An average grade here. It's like steps up. I didn't know a day's work would be so much fun. So let's try it sideways. This bike has no problem at all of getting around. Now that we're getting used to it, gotta think this is more of like a 30% grade. This is no problem. Woo! So I want to do some gravel road here too. So we'll go through pedal assist, Eco 1, Eco 2, Eco 3 until you start to need to increase gears. But you can see Eco 3, we're in second, maybe third gear, and it's like 10 miles an hour. Increase to 4, that's up to fourth gear. Pedal assist 5. We're going 21 miles an hour, almost 22. I'm going to switch back over now to normal mode. Pretty easy to switch back and forth. I'm just going to head out to the parking lot here. It's really easy to pedal like this, just with a little bit extra power added on. Like I'm in top gear here and it's really easy to pedal. Even with these big tires, I thought it'd be difficult to pedal this thing, but no problem at all. There's a little bit of lightning there. We'll just go down so I can go through all the pedal assist levels with you. Oh, they closed it up. Okay, well, let's go on this road. So typically, if we're in pedal assist 1, we're pretty much going to be in the first gear. And really, it's just giving you a little bit. It's 38 watts there. But I think mostly I'm pedaling. It's very easy. Pedal assist 2, oh, you can feel it pop up a little bit there. So with pedal assist 2, I probably want to go up to about 3rd gear here. Pedal assist 3, you can really feel it pop up there. Easy pedaling at 11 miles per hour. Just driving through a neighborhood here in Louisiana. Pedal assist 4. Pedal assist 4, we're in 7th gear and just pedaling easy, and we're doing 15 miles an hour. I'll go to 5. And I'm pedaling pretty good cadence. I don't feel any ghost pedaling at 24 miles an hour, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna turn around up here, and then I'll go back in sport mode. We'll see what we can get our top speed up to. So to turn in sport mode, we just push and hold I, and let's see what we can get our top speed up to. Power assist 5, top gear. .30 miles an hour there. And I think what I was going to show you guys, let's see, I'm going to show you Eco, pedal assist 1, throttle only. 38 watts, 3.4 miles an hour. Pedal assist 2, throttle only, not pedaling, 77 watts, 117 watts, 6 miles an hour. I think pedal assist 3, not pedaling, is probably as slow as you want to go. 9 miles per hour here. Pedal assist 4. 13 miles per hour. Pedal assist 5. See how it goes up to 1220 watts there, but then kind of goes back down and settles out around 500 watts, but we're going 20 miles an hour. So let's go down to normal pedal assist 1, and once again, it's 38 watts, 4 miles per hour. So we increase it to pedal assist 2, and now we're doing 7 miles per hour, 77 watts. Pedal assist 3 with throttle only, 11 miles per hour, 117 watts. Pedal assist 4, 15 miles per hour, 297 watts. Pedal assist 5 up to 1220. 1225 watts. So it says the max is 1,000 watts on this, but it does go high. Oh, and we're gonna get wet. So because we're gonna get wet, let's try out the speed going back. Alright, you can see that it's up to 1200 watts. So peak performance on this motor, I would say, it's 1200 watts, not 750 or 1000. It's a 750 watt motor. It says it peaks at 1000, but we are definitely getting 1200 watts out of it. At least we are by this display. And I'm seeing lightning. So we're gonna head on back. This is the good part here with an e-bike. You can get back home that early. It hasn't rained here in 6 weeks, guys. It's raining right now. It's kind of funny, but I'm not complaining because we definitely need the rain. All right, that was a lot of fun.
Thanks again to our good friends at Engwe for letting us test the X20. It was a blast. Remember to use the link in the description below to purchase your own. As always, thanks for watching, and we can't wait to meet you out there.